Now, we're all pretty used to seeing these sorts of videos from Ukraine, FPV drones diving down on a Russian tank or a BMP with usually devastating effect. But lately we're seeing some rather different drone videos appear. This time the target isn't on the ground, it's another drone or a loitering munition. With its air defences stretched and Patriot missiles, for instance, a bit too precious and expensive to fire at drones, Ukraine has found another solution, turning some of its UAVs into drone hunters, sending them out to intercept and kill Russian drones. In this case, a Zala Lancet, Moscow's version of the American Switchblade. Now, these have a range of around 25 miles, and the Russians have used them to destroy lots of Ukrainian armour, including Leopard tanks. This footage is from Ukraine's 93rd Mechanized Brigade, and it shows an FPV drone closing in on that Lancet. We don't see any collision, but they do show wreckage on the ground, which they say is this UAV. So what's driving this tactic? Well, the Russians have become quite adept at using surveillance drones like the Orlan 10 you can see here to locate Ukrainian artillery units, particularly high-value ones with Western-supplied guns. In fact, these relatively cheap Russian drones are proving more effective in many cases than their high-tech counter-battery radar. And when they find something they want to target, they'll hit it with artillery or send in a Lancet, and they'll do it very quickly. You may remember seeing these 3 Ukrainian helicopters being destroyed on the ground as they refueled. Now, Kyiv knows it can't compete with Russia's artillery, so instead they've turned to what they're good at, FPV drones. This was a Russian Zala, another type of loitering munition, about to be taken out by a Ukrainian UAV. Across social media, more and more of these videos are appearing of the Ukrainians ramming Russian drones. This was down in the south over the Dnipro River. Now, the Russians, of course, are doing this too. They're particularly focusing on taking out Ukraine's Baba Yaga heavy drones, which they use at night to attack Russian trenches and their armour. This video was from a Russian Telegram channel and supposedly shows a Baba Yaga loaded with munitions of some description being taken out by a Russian drone. And the Russians also, of course, have plenty of air defense systems to use against Ukrainian UAVs. This was a Tor M1 firing and narrowly missing a Ukrainian drone. But of course, these drone duels don't end there. What do air forces the world over do when their bombers are being attacked? Well, they send a fighter escort, and that's exactly what the Ukrainians are now apparently doing. This footage shows a small FPV drone which is apparently protecting the larger Baba Yaga, and as the video shows, doing its job by sacrificing itself and killing the Russian surveillance UAV. Thanks for watching. For more from Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.